That tangled mess of winter cover crop sitting in your garden right now is a goldmine, and you probably do not even realize it. In just 7 days, I turned mine into some of the richest, darkest spring soil I have ever seen, without buying a single bag of amendment, or breaking my back with a rototiller. Here is exactly what we are doing today. We are going from a bed full of overgrown, tangled winter cover crop that looks like it has been abandoned, to dark, crumbly, nutrient-rich soil that is completely ready to plant into this spring. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to terminate your cover crop at the right time, chop it down, turn it into your soil, and speed up decomposition so your bed is spring ready in just 7 days. No expensive tools, no rototiller, no gym membership required. Just a few simple steps that any gardener can follow. Before you grab any tools, you need to know exactly when your cover crop is ready to terminate. The sweet spot is right when your cover crop begins to flower but before it sets seed. For crimson clover, that means those deep red blooms are just starting to open at the tops of the stems. For winter rye, look for the seed heads beginning to push out from the stalk. That tells you the plant has stored maximum nutrients and is ready to give it all back to your soil. If you wait too long and let the plants go to full seed, you will end up fighting volunteer cover crops sprouting in your spring garden for months. Getting this timing right is the single most important step in the entire process, so check your beds every few days once temperatures start warming up in late February and early March. Now it is time to bring everything down to the ground. Grab a pair of sharp head shears or a machete and cut all the cover crop growth down to about 2 to 3 inches above the soil line. You do not need to pull anything out by the roots, and you definitely do not want to. Those roots are doing incredible work underground. They have been breaking up compacted soil, creating air channels, and feeding beneficial microbes all winter long. Just chop the top growth and let it fall right onto the bed like a thick green blanket. Think of it like giving your garden a haircut. You want all that green material laying flat across the entire surface of the soil, creating a dense mat of organic matter that is about to become your best fertilizer. Once everything is chopped and laying flat, it is time to work that green material into the top layer of your soil. Using a garden fork or a broad fork, gently turn the chopped cover crop into the top 4 to 6 inches of soil. You are not trying to dig deep or flip the entire bed. Just a gentle turn, and fold, is all you need to mix the green material into the root zone. As you work the material in, you will notice how loose and alive the soil already feels compared to beds that sat empty all winter. Those cover crop roots have been aerating and conditioning the soil for months, and now you are folding all that nitrogen-rich green material right back into the exact zone where your spring plants will need it most. This is where the transformation really begins. Quick favor, if you are picking up something useful so far, tap that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps this video reach more organic gardeners who need it. And if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the next step-by-step guide. Alright, back to building this soil. Here is the trick that turns what normally takes 7 weeks into just 7 days. After turning the cover crop into the soil, sprinkle a thin layer of finished compost or aged manure right on top of the entire bed. This introduces billions of active microorganisms that will immediately begin breaking down that fresh green material underneath. If you have worm castings on hand, even better, a half-inch layer of worm castings is like rocket fuel for decomposition because of the concentrated microbial life they carry. You can also add a light dusting of blood meal across the surface to inject extra nitrogen, which heats up microbial activity and accelerates the entire breakdown process. This single step is what separates a slow, sluggish decomposition from the kind of rapid soil transformation that gets your bed ready in days instead of weeks. Moisture is the engine that drives decomposition, so do not skip this step. Give the entire bed a deep, thorough soaking until the top 6 inches of soil feels evenly moist when you push your finger into it. Then cover the whole bed with a layer of flattened cardboard or a dark plastic tarp. This cover does 2 critical things at once. It traps moisture in so the soil stays consistently damp even on dry days, and it blocks all sunlight which prevents any remaining cover crop stems from trying to regrow. The warm, dark, moist environment underneath that cover creates the perfect conditions for microbes, earthworms, and beneficial fungi to devour all that organic matter at maximum speed. Think of it as putting your soil in a slow cooker. You are sealing in everything it needs to transform. For the next 7 days, your only job is to check the bed once every other day. Peel back the cardboard or tarp and feel the soil with your bare hand. You should notice it getting noticeably warmer to the touch within the first 2 to 3 days. That warmth is microbial activity generating heat as billions of organisms break down the organic matter beneath the surface. By day 4 or 5, the chopped cover crop pieces will start losing their green color and turning soft and brown as decomposition accelerates. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged or soupy. If it feels dry when you check, give it a light watering and put the cover right back in place. Patience here pays off big, and it goes much faster than you might expect once those microbes get rolling. On day 7, pull back the cover one last time and take a good long look at what happened. What was a tangled, overgrown mess of winter cover crop just 1 week ago is now dark, crumbly, sweet-smelling soil that looks and feels like something you would pay top dollar for at a garden center. You should see earthworms moving throughout the top few inches, which is a clear sign that the biology in your soil is alive, active, and thriving. This is spring soil gold. It is loaded with nitrogen from the clover, rich organic matter from the rye, and billions of beneficial microbes that are ready to feed whatever you plant next. Your bed is now fully prepared for tomatoes, peppers, squash, cucumbers, herbs, or whatever your spring garden plan calls for. No synthetic fertilizer, and no bagged soil needed. Let us walk through the whole process one final time so you have it locked in. First, check your cover crop and wait until it begins to flower, but before it goes to seed, that is your termination window. Second, chop everything down to 2 to 3 inches above the soil line with hedge shears, and let the clippings fall flat across the bed. Third, use a garden fork to gently turn that chopped material into the top 4 to 6 inches of soil. Fourth, sprinkle finished compost, worm castings, or blood meal across the surface to flood the bed with active microorganisms. Fifth, water the bed deeply until the top 6 inches is evenly moist, then cover the entire surface with cardboard or a dark tarp. Sixth, check every other day for moisture and warmth, keeping the cover in place for the full 7 days. On day 7, pull back that cover and you will find yourself standing over some of the richest, most plant-ready soil you have ever worked with, all from a cover crop that was just sitting there quietly building your soil all winter long. That is all 7 steps from tangled cover crop to rich, dark, plant-ready soil in just 1 week. No store-bought amendments, no heavy machinery, and no guesswork, just simple organic methods that let nature do the heavy lifting for you. If this video helped you get your garden ready for spring, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. What cover crop did you grow this winter, and what are you planting into your bed this spring? I want to hear your plan, so drop your answer below, because I will see and respond to every single comment. And if you are not part of the Grow Green family yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss another step-by-step organic gardening guide. I will see you in the next one.